The Cleveland Browns just shocked the NFL world by sending Myles Garrett to the Los Angeles Rams, which tells everyone they are going full rebuild mode and they are not planning to contend this year. So today in Madden 26, I'll be rebuilding the Cleveland Browns until I can win them their first Super Bowl in franchise history. First things first, we need to get this deal done. Now, because Madden doesn't have a start today feature, I will be having to start this at the beginning of the 2025 season, which means the years of these picks are all off by one and so are the ages, but I did put them in the same succession as they were in real life. This means Myles Garrett will be sent to the LA Rams for Jared Verse, a 2026 first rounder, a 2027 second rounder, and a 2028 third rounder. Like I said, you can obviously see these picks are all 1 year early. Only thing to do is send it through and get it done. I did not consider this possibility. Let's rework some things. All right, we got it to work. I did have to turn the trade difficulty to very easy, but now I'll be changing it right back. As you guys can see, it was on very easy. We're putting it back to normal for the remainder of this rebuild. Let's get it started. This team has a lot of young, bright pieces. The only issue is the quarterback position. Madden does not have updated rosters with all the rookies yet, but I did download a pretty accurate roster from the Creation Center. So we have Spencer Fano, Denzel Boston, even Casey Concepcion, and then our defense is where we really shine. So now Jared Verse takes over that left edge spot. He is due for an extension soon, so we're going to have to deal with that. The only real weak spots right now, in my opinion, on the defense are right edge. Obviously, you would want a better free safety, and then maybe a better Will or Sam linebacker, and then obviously a second really good defensive tackle. You'd want that. Some highlights on our team are obviously Denzel Ward and Jared Verse, and on offense you have Quinshon Judkins, who's really good. Obviously Jerry Jeudy's amazing. He's going to regress probably soon, so we might need to trade him within the next coming years. And Harold Fannin Jr. is someone who I'm a big fan of, so let's hope they can all really develop this year. And speaking of development, I'm going to be shipping off Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel, see what I can get for them trade-wise, or just cut them, because I want my two quarterbacks to be Shadur Sanders and Taylon Green, who is on the roster, just not on this depth chart right here. We're going to take this deal from the Dolphins. Alex Austin, a 24-year-old corner with only a $1 million cap hit, and a 2027 fifth rounder. I will be taking this offer. No one is offering anything for Dylan Gabriel, so I'm just going to see if we can try to manually get one real quick. I went and did it manually. I got a 2028 seventh round pick from the Dolphins, so the Dolphins got fleeced twice, and now they have an abundance of quarterbacks on their team. This means we will be going into the season with Shadur Sanders as our QB1 and Taylon Green, who I'm very intrigued by as our QB2. Obviously, he has really good throw power. Accuracy is a little shoddy. The awareness is not there at all, but he has 94 speed, 90 acceleration, 88 agility. We can find a spot for him on this team. I am in no rush to compete this season, so let's just sim to midseason and see how we're doing. Guys, we're 4-3. We're doing too good. I don't think this is sustainable. I will be putting in Taylon Green. Shadur Sanders is actually kind of balling out of his mind. 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions to 65% completion percentage. We might just try to win this year. All right, all hopes of winning this year go out the drain. After starting 4-3, we end the year on a 2-8 stretch in our final 10 games, which also means we get a high draft pick with a lot of cap space. I think we'll be okay. In the final 10 games of the season, Shadur Sanders threw 12 picks to a 12 interception ratio. He went 12-12 the last half of the year. Completion percentage went down by 4%. Yep, looks like we are drafting a quarterback. So it did not give us a chance to re-sign anyone. I don't know if I have that on auto on accident. Let's just see real quick. Contract negotiations on manual. I don't know why it didn't let me negotiate any contracts, because usually it lets you do it that last week. But if we let anyone go that we didn't want to, we will just negotiate with them again soon. So right now it looks like Quinshon Judkins made a big bleep. So did Shadur Sanders, almost an 80 overall. Harold Fannin Jr. is now an 85 overall. Zion Johnson's an 80. We lost our right guard, whoever it was before, so we're going to have to really pay attention to that position in the draft or in the future, maybe free agency. Defense-wise, we keep Jared Verse. Mason Graham goes up. Schwessinger goes up. I'm not even going to pronounce that name, goes up. Quincy Williams goes down. He was actually a 79 before, so we really might have to pay attention to that Sam position. Campbell goes up a little bit, which I like. So does Delpit. We're going to need a new free safety. And Denzel Ward moves up to an X factor, which is fairly good in my opinion. Let's go to free agency. Let's see what we can get with our needs. George Pickens is available. We have $77.9 million in cap room. We do have to think about how much money we're paying Jerry Jeudy, as well as how much we have to pay Jared Verse when he wants his extension. So we'll just look through these guys. Let's see. Adams, no. In all reality, we could go all out and just go for a guy like George Pickens, bring him back to the AFC North. Let's just throw him an offer and see what we can do. So he's expecting 27.5 mil a year for 5 years. Let's see if we can offer him that. Let's see what it brings us down to if we offer him that. We are going to offer him 5 years, 22 mil a year with a $12 million signing bonus. Obviously, if we get him, we are going to have to get rid of Jerry Jeudy somehow, maybe a trade or something of that nature. Let's see how this goes. Maybe we get him, maybe we don't. You never know. We're also just going to throw some offers to some other guys that could fill some holes we need. Christian Wilkins is 30 years old. We can bring him on a 1-year deal worth 11 million with a let's go an $8 million signing bonus. Xavier Woods is available. That would solve our free safety issue. Let's just go with a player friendly deal. 3 mil, 5.5 mil, $6 million signing bonus. Let's see if he goes for that at all. We're just gonna evaluate our first 3 signings. So Xavier Woods goes, Wilkins is still deciding, and Pickens goes to the Niners. We knew that was gonna happen. All right, we'll stick with who we got. At the wide receiver position. At least we got 2 young guys that we can really develop. We don't really have to worry about it. The best right guard is Jenkins, who was our guy that we kind of gave up. So let's just give him a player-friendly deal. Throw it at him, see if he likes it or not. You never know. All right, we got him and we got Xavier Woods. Let's see if there's really anything else in the top 100 that is worth giving a contract to. Matt Milano has a mic. We can move him over to Sam potentially. Is there anybody that's better at Sam? And Daniel Jones is available. I'm not getting Daniel Jones. I'm sorry, guys. We honestly have so many picks. I think we're just going to go to the draft, honestly. So we signed Tavon Jenkins back after losing him, and we went out and got Xavier Woods. That's really all we did. We're going to probably go out and look for a right edge in the draft, maybe a Sam later on, maybe another corner, potentially just add some depth. The big thing is I'm going to go quarterback. I like Shadur. I really want him to succeed, but he's not an X factor. He's not a superstar X factor. And this draft class has some good quarterbacks. So I think we're going to try to move up and get a good quarterback. So we have pick 8, 9, and 23. The Minnesota Vikings are going to go quarterback here. I think we trade up and go get Dante Moore. Yes, Dante Moore is kind of juiced in this draft class. I really didn't check it out beforehand. Didn't run a very good 40, but at the end of the day, these are good physicals, and these are really good attributes. We are going to move up to get them. We're going to go straight up. 8, 9 for number 1. Let's see if they'll take it. They declined it. All right. Let's throw in our extra second next year. Let's throw in that and see if they bite. Declined. All right. Throw in a third. Throw in that third we got. We're just going to use the picks we got from the Rams deal to get it done. Okay. Maybe we need to throw in a little more to sweeten the pot. Maybe a 6-rounder this year? Declined. All right. Are we gonna have to go a third first-rounder? How about we go a second-rounder in 28? There we go. All right. To get the first overall pick, we gave up 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third. I really hope Moore is worth it, but we're gonna pick Dante Moore first overall, and let's see. Hopefully, it's a good pick. I'd be embarrassed if we gave up all that and then he just sucked. I'd be really embarrassed about that. All right, number 2 in true value, drafted him at 1. I guarantee you Jeremiah Smith is number 1 in true value. Let's just move on to our next pick and see how the round shakes out. All right, guys, we're going the Oregon product. I really like his bench press and his vert. That's really good for a right edge, as well as his block shedding power moves and tackle. Those are pretty good. I do really like those. So we're going to go with right edge in the middle of the round. This could be a bad pick. You never know. 26 in true value, 23, not bad. Running a 4.5 40? Oh, 4.4 actually. Sorry, I didn't see the second one. We're going to go Kawan Lacey here. And if worse comes to worse, we just get rid of Samson. Yep, number 5 in true value, number 40. Well, we didn't really need him, but we'll take him. All right, Dante Moore as an 80 overall is a really good start to this rebuild. I really do like him as a prospect and what he can do for us. Good enough speed, good enough agility, can get us out of jams. And let's look at the accuracy and everything too. Throw power 94, short accuracy, medium accuracy, deep accuracy, all really good. Throw on the run, all 80s, which is what you love to see from a young quarterback prospect on rebuilds like this. Mateo, another Oregon player, ended up being a 74, so hopefully he can slot right in and be pretty good for us. Lacey is going to be immediately our running back 2, which means we have to figure out what to do with Dylan Sampson, because I'm not running a 3 running back rotation. Harbor will never see the light of day, but I might put him a kick returner because of the speed. This is the new look offense. It really does not look much different. This is very much a all bro did was step back kind of thing, except we have Quan Lacey. I think I'm going to get rid of Sampson. I don't know what's telling me to do it. I think I'm just going to go trade Sampson, see if we can get some value out of him right now, just because I want Lacey. Lacey is just really good as a running back. So I'll see what we can get for him, but I'll get back to you guys with that. Apparently, Schlesinger has turf toe somehow, but yeah, if he was at our Mike linebacker position, it would look a lot better on defense. I have no clue why the CPU does not have him starting, as he is a better dev trait. So we will see how this season goes. I'm going to keep a close eye on Schlesinger, and hopefully he can do good. Maybe he's not playing for me because I butcher his name so bad. Oh, we do not have a kicker or a punter. Let's go sign those people real quick. Somehow Brandon Aubrey was on the market, so I signed him to a 1-year deal, and our old punter from last year was on the market, so I signed him to a 1-year deal. I'm putting Casey Concepcion as our slot wide receiver so we can get more touches and hopefully we can upgrade him quicker. One thing I want to say about this challenge is I am not allowed to change the playbook. I am keeping the playbook for the team the way it is. Ignore that it's Kevin Stefanski. I know it's Todd Monken now, but this is just how Madden is right now. We're going to sim to mid-season and see how we're doing. So somehow we are 2-5. We're going to figure this out, and our 2 wins have come in the last 2 weeks. We were 0-5 to start. Maybe Schlesinger was just that important. Schlesinger is back in the lineup. I will see if he has been playing. If not, then we have to figure that out. Right now, Dante Moore is 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. If we can get that down, maybe we'll do better. I have no idea why Judkins is only having 80 yards at this point of the season. Maybe he got hurt. I'll figure that out. Jerry Jeudy's balling, though. 5'12", 6 touchdowns. So we're trying to get Concepcion more targets, but I guess he's really not. The first 3 weeks, we lost by 5, then 3, then 3. We got blanked by the Jags. We lost to the Raiders 19-7, but then we beat the Buccaneers and the Colts. So I think I'm going to go make a move. I think that's what you got to do at this point. Let's go see what trades are available out there. We just made a big splash signing Zach Bond, who will be our Sam linebacker. And we just shipped away Sampson and a 2nd and a 1st to the Eagles for Zach Bond. This might be a bad deal, but I think it could work. We're negotiating some contracts here. Tillman, McGuire, Barber, Alex Austin. We just got him in a trade. Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson's on our team? When did you switch to linebacker? When did Justin Jefferson switch to linebacker? Taylon Green wants a good contract. I don't know, guys. Jared Verse. Oh, goodness. We're going to have to accept his option. We might have to accept his option. The only person here that I'm really worried about keeping is Delpit. He's 27. Let's throw him a player-friendly deal. And yep, he's going to resign. All right, let's throw him a player-friendly deal. We'll think about everyone else later. So we're just going to the bye week. Let's see if we can get a win here, but let's go into the bye week. We might have to change some stuff up. All right, we won going into the bye week. We're not scoring a lot of points. I think... Oh, we have an injury. Okay, Fano. Fano's injured. He's week to week. Our strong safety, McNeil Warren, is injured. Nice. So we are not scoring a lot of points, guys. But we're also kind of giving up a lot of points. So what we're going to do is we actually are going to change the playbooks. A playbook that I find works well defensively a lot of the time is Pittsburgh, which is going to be, obviously, Mike Tomlin. That works a lot of the time. And then we all know the playbook for Cincy does really well. But we're actually going to change it up and go Kansas City for Andy Reid. And all the schemes are still the same. We're just gonna wing it. We're gonna go to the playoffs. Let's see if we can revive from a 3-6 season after changing our playbooks around. And if that doesn't work, I am the worst GM on earth. We rebounded 9-8. Okay, we were 3-6. So that's a 6-2 end of the season. That isn't bad. We kind of fixed it up a little bit. Now we play the Broncos. And we're going to get in that game in sim and see what happens. But obviously the Ravens went 14-3. They killed us. But yeah, 9-8 isn't a bad end after what we started. Let's see how Dante Moore did in his first year. Okay, 4,200 yards, 22 touchdowns to 15 picks. Maybe we get those picks down eventually. Judkins, okay, he ends up being the lead back after really kind of having a slow start for some reason. 601 and 8. Dante Moore had 5. Goodness, 5 rushing touchdowns. Quan Lacey, obviously, rookie, maybe not going to be the best. Judy, 1,200 yards, and just not a lot of piece of the pie to go around. 800 for Boston. Fannin, 700. 600 for Tillman. I'm fine. I know Tillman got 5 touchdowns. I'm fine letting Tillman go. Maybe we should have shipped him off at the deadline, probably. I just realized that, but, it happens. You live and you learn here. All right. Koromoa with 144 tackles, 3 sacks, 5.5 sacks for Zach Bond, and then 9.5 sacks for Jared Verse, 4 sacks. 5 sacks for our rookie. That's a good start. All right. Let's just see how the playoffs go. First, actually, let's see, did we win any awards? I don't think our guys were worthy of any awards, really. MVP, Burrow, fair. Coach of the year, hey, look at me. That's me. I'm not Kevin Stefanski, but that's me at Coach of the Year. AFC, all right. Offensive Player of the Year, nope. Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, Koromoa almost with a Defensive Player of the Year. Top 3 in voting. Good for you. Hopefully that gives him a boost to his rating. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Carver wins it. Dante Moore is in 5th. All right. Defensive Rookie of the Year, okay. Mateo is 3rd, so that will probably boost him being 3rd in voting. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into the meat and bones. Let's see how this game goes. All right, the first quarter is started at 0-0. We go up 7-0 here. That's a pretty good sign. They're going to go down and get their own touchdown. We punt. All right, 7-7. We're going to jump into the fourth quarter. When we get into the fourth quarter, we'll just go change a possession. They get a field goal, and I think we may have the ball. All right, let's go change a possession. We get a field goal of our own. All right, that's good. And an interception by Delpit for 70 yards. All right, now we get a field goal. We really got to look into this. Let's go slow. All right, 2 minutes, 9 seconds left. 2 timeouts for Denver. On the ropes here. Nix drops back, throws it across, catches it. Is that RJ Harvey? No, that's Troy Franklin. Goodness, I'm horrible. All right, we're going to go to the 2-minute warning here. All right, after the 2-minute warning, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to draw. He's going to, nope, play action fake there. He throws it across the middle, and it is caught. Cortland Sutton with the catch there. They're going to go hurry up. Oh, goodness, that wasted about 30 seconds of clock there. I think they're already in field goal range. They're going to hand it off, and they're going to get stopped behind the line. I would call timeout here. But no, they're going to just go. Drop back. Nix is going to throw. He's going to run it. He's going to run, and he's going to get a lot of yards, but he's going to get tackled at the 23-yard line. They're still not calling their timeouts here. This is, they want a touchdown here, probably. I mean, they're already thinking touchdown if our defense is not playing this well. Throws it, caught across the middle. Yep, they're within the 10. 1st and goal from the 9, and I just have to watch as this happens. They're not going hurry up, though, which means they're probably trying to waste the clock here. All right, 40 seconds and counting left. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. They're going to hand it off and get stopped. Okay, now they're going to call timeout with 36 seconds left, but they're still going to kind of hurry up a little bit. All right, 3 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Single back. Motion man. I think it's Waddle is the motion man. All right, he's going to go across the middle. Yeah, Waddle's open. Oh, they go to Sutton, who is stopped at the 1, and they're not going to call timeout. They're just going to go for it. I think they're running it here. They're definitely running it here. I would prepare for the run. Oh, they're going to pass. Never mind. Nix is going to run. Nix has a wide open lane, and Nix is going to essentially win the game for them. All right, 8 seconds left. Is that Dante Moore? That does not look like Dante Moore at all. I mean, I guess it is him. He's wearing the disgrace number 4. He's going to just chuck it up. It is knocked down. 1 second left. 1 more play. And the season is going to end after a really valiant effort. The season will end, and we'll have to go into the offseason with a first playoff berth of the series. But, and it is tipped, and yep, that is it. The game is over. Good job, Broncos. Congratulations. All right, now we can negotiate with our players. Jared Verse, obviously, we are going to accept his 5th-year option. Cedric Tillman, we're going to let walk. McGuire, we're going to let you walk. Barber, you're walking. Austin, everyone else here is walking. This is a bit of a weaker free agency class. I really don't care too much for Zay Flowers or even Sam Laporta, no offense for that matter. Let's see if there's any guys that are kind of really going to help us a lot. Kenny Moore could be good help in the corner room. So let's just give him 2 years, 6.5. Hopefully he takes it. If he doesn't bite, we'll just see how the draft goes. Tranquil, good. None of these guys are under 30, though, is the thing. Evans, yeah. Bigsby. Quentin Johnston is interesting because he's 25. He has 93 speed, and he's a scheme fit. Parker Washington, they're the same overall. I think, not Juwan Jennings. We're gonna go with Johnston here. We're gonna go Quentin Johnston. 4 years, $6 million signing bonus. Let's see if he takes it. Offer strength is good. Obviously, we just got rid of Tillman, so I'm just trying to find a little bit of a replacement here. As we get Johnston, Moore, are you going to sign? No, Moore does not sign. Oh, goodness. I should have offered more. I will stop. I will never say that again. I apologize. Kobe Durant. Kobe Bryant, let's come to our team. Nice signing bonus there. Let's see if he takes it. Kobe Durant, eval offers. All right. We got Kobe and we got Quentin Johnston. I'm saving my money. If I'm being real here, guys, I'm saving my money because we got to pay Verse. We're going to have to pay Judkins. We got to pay Fannin. Like, we got a lot of guys we need to pay soon. So I'm really just trying to plan for that. Obviously, draft class, we're just going to do auto-generated rookies. We're not even going to look at it really. We're just going to kind of just start it up. And let's just see what we can get. Honestly, I'm not the best at drafting in this game. We have pick 19. If I'm being real, guys, that was the worst draft I've ever had. 73 overall, strong safety, Evan Cunningham. I'm probably going to move him over to free safety. And a 61 overall defensive tackle in the second round. Shedeur has 2 more pretty cheap years on his deal, so I think we're going to keep him around this year and then hopefully try to trade him next year for some picks. Guys, I did just say that we were going to wait to trade him till next year. But honestly, Avion Terrell, 22 years old, 82 overall, and 2 picks for a guy that's not even going to play quarterback for us? Yes, we're taking that. We are taking that. That is such a really good trade, in my opinion. All right, so right now, Judkins and Lacey are both 80 overall. Judy's still going up. Johnston's going to be great. Concepcion's going up. Denzel Boston's also 78. Obviously, Dante Moore's an 88. Our line is good. Fano's up to an 80, but he's no longer a star dev or even he's no longer even a really dev. He's kind of just normal development now, which sucks. Fannin Jr.'s up to an 86. Verse is a 91. Graham's an 86. Mateo's really good. Zach Bond somehow moved up to a superstar X Factor after last year. So our guys are good. We could do with a better free safety, but you live with what you got. So we obviously have Kobe Durant, Campbell, Harris, who we drafted, and then Terrell is going to be pretty good for us. So hopefully this team does well this year. We went out and signed Brandon Aubrey anyways. I'm going to probably do that every year if he just keeps not signing with us, but is going to come back on a cheaper deal anyways. We got Evans, who's a pretty good punter on a pretty cheap deal. And my personal favorite signing, Will Levis is our backup quarterback, because God forbid anything happens to Dante Moore. I want it to be entertaining. And we go 7 and 10. What was the issue here? Dante Moore, 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. We do not have a ground game to save our lives here, guys. That is really the issue. Forgot to say it last year, but the Bills won their first Super Bowl. And then this year, the Jaguars beat the Bears to win their first Super Bowl. A lot of teams winning their first. Could we be next? You are getting a very player-friendly deal. 5 years. 4 years. 12 mil, $16 million signing bonus. There we go. Denzel Ward is staying. You are staying as well. Guys, this is why I save the money. We literally have to pay everybody. Bond, you're coming back on a 4-year deal. 5 mil a year, but we'll bump it up to 8.5 mil on the signing bonus. There we go, Bond. You're 29. Oh, best I can do is 3.65. Best I can do. There we go. Tall defensive tackle, star dev. 3 years, 7.5. Okay, he's testing out free agency. That's okay, Mike. I understand. Zion Johnson, left guard, 28 years old, star development. You got to keep him. Go player friendly. Let's go 4 years. 28 years old, 4 years. It's great. You know, it'll be all right. Avion Terrell, we just traded for him. I'm going to keep him. I'm going to go player friendly. I don't want to overpay. See if we'll go 5 years. Okay, there we go. Spencer Fano. I might... Okay, we're going to let Fano walk for now because he's not even a star dev. Concepcion, Denzel Boston, you are for sure. I think I let Concepcion walk. Jenkins, you're 32. I'm letting you walk. Sanders, yeah, you're walking. Zinter. Levis, you were fun. I'll go sign another quarterback later. Williams, you're gone. Everyone else here, I'm going to sign both of them just back later. Titus Howard, 32. We have 70 million cap room. Let's see what free agency holds this year. So we're going to go Jalen Carter, defensive tackle, 5 years, 4 years, 16 mil with a 20, let's go $20 signing bonus. See how he likes that. We do probably need to draft a receiver. Let's see what options are out there tackle-wise. Rasheed Walker isn't bad. He's only 28. But no, Walker's good. We'll go with Rasheed Walker there. And then that puts us at a cap problem there. Do you think he'll go 10 mil, 12 signing? Carter, no. All right. I didn't think we were going to get Jalen Carter. That's fine. I actually don't even want Jalen Carter. John Simpson, right guard. Let's go for it. Let's see. 2 years, 8.5. See how he likes it. I mean, at the end of the day, you never know. Right tackle, Howard. Braden Smith. Braden Smith is not a bad option. Did I see Lomu? Lomu's not a bad option, but he's 26. Let's go. Let's go Braden Smith here. 3 years, 7 mil, 6 mil on the bonus. Let's see how it goes rebuilding this offensive line a little bit, because that was our big issue. It actually wasn't our big issue, by the way. Our defense was the big issue. But okay, so Smith signs. That's fine with me. We only have 22.8 million cap space left. And we do still have to sign Jared Verse to an extension next year. I kind of forgot about that guy. We're going to have to draft very well. Auto-generated rookies. We're going to have to draft fairly well, guys. Let's go to the draft and see what we can do. Since I'm low-key horrible at drafting, I did just kind of trade away almost all my picks. We got a left edge. Didn't do very good. Polk. Why do we keep drafting running backs, guys? We don't need another quarterback, but I guess he could be our backup. But of course, for some reason, Judkins has a dislocated shoulder that he sustained in the preseason, so hopefully he'll be back soon. This is what the defense looks like. Defense has looked the same for years. Cunningham, we're moving you to free safety, actually. You are going to go to free safety, and we're gonna love you because of that. All right, now we have him at free safety, Cunningham, and Delpit's going to be still our strong safety. Our corner room is still strong. Obviously, we could go use another defensive tackle, but this should be a winning football team. This should be a winning football team. Christian Wilkins is still available for this year, so we're going to sign him to a 1-year, $8 million contract, which leaves us with not a lot of room in the budget, but we're going to try to go all in, kind of. We go 11-6, and we make the wild card round. 4,600 yards, 30-5 ratio. What a good choice. Carmichael even got in for some good deals over there. Judkins, yep, that's why you switched the playbook. 16 rushing touchdowns. Denzel Boston, oh goodness, that's amazing. Quentin Johnson, almost 1,000 yards. Jerry Jeudy obviously doing his thing. We made the playoffs. We were first. We had the best offense in the NFL. That's amazing to hear. Defensive-wise, we had the worst defense. So we had the worst defense in the NFL, but we had the best offense. Goodness, let's see how we're playing Cincinnati, who is in the same boat, basically. Let's see. Yeah, they're in the same boat as us. Defense isn't as good as the offense, but we'll see. Already in our first playoff game since we lost to Denver a while back, we strike first with a field goal, but then they're going to get a touchdown. But then we strike back with a touchdown going into the half with a lead. We get the ball first. We get a field goal. So it's still a 1-possession game, but now it's kind of a stalemate here. Then we score a touchdown, 21-7. We're going to win 21-7. As you see Swessinger there. I saw Verse there. Our first playoff win of the video, luckily. And Dante Moore, Forgive me for saying this. He frame-logged Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, 50% completion, 113 yards and a touchdown. Dante Moore, 63% completion percentage, 256 yards and a touchdown. So thank you, Dante Moore, for frame-logging Joe Burrow. Let's get into the divisional round. We are going to be playing the New England Patriots in the divisional round, and we're playing them at home, so let's see what we can do. All right, we are off, and we strike first with a touchdown, but then they get one of their own. All right, might go into half with a lead. Yeah, we got the touchdown. There we go, right before the half, but they tie it up. We respond right back with a touchdown of our own. Then we get one, too. We are blowing the lid off this thing, and it is looking like we are going to the AFC Championship, a 38-21 victory. Goodness gracious, this team is built to win in the playoffs. I think they are very much reminded of the Denver game, and they don't want to let anything slip out of their way or even let it be close towards the end, especially with a guy like Drake May on the other side. So we're heading to the AFC Championship. Let's go. I will say, at the surface, 305 and 2 tuds looks good till you factor in we picked the kid off 3 times. Obviously, it's only his 4th year, but goodness gracious, what a choke. And Dante Moore, after only, 2-3 years in the league, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 70% completion percentage with a 115 rating. Let's see how Judkins did on the ground. Kawan Lacey was our guy. Is Judkins injured? I did not know this. I think Judkins might be injured. Let me check that. But 32 yards, 2 tuds. What a day. Let's see how we did receiving-wise. Harold Fannin, great job. Demario Douglas, 2 for them. Judy with a touchdown. Johnston, touchdown. What a good pickup. I'm saying 5 for 75. He's a deep ball guy. So that's a 15-yard average on his catches. That's a fairly good game. Harold Fannin Jr., love the safety blanket out of him. Yes, Quinshon Judkins is out. So is Isaiah Bond. Let me get a better idea as to what that injury is. Okay, he's a back strain. He's week to week. Hopefully he'll be back next week, but we'll see. We will be playing the Los Angeles Chargers once again at home. Goodness, the playoffs run through Cleveland is something that I never thought I'd say in my entire life. Let's get it done. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's go Cleveland. As you can see, JOK, our guy, got a AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and Justin Herbert, who we are going to face this week, had quite the game last week. Let's see if we can contain him with our stellar defense. We are off here, and the Chargers go down, get a field goal. We're going to go down and respond to the field goal. They're going to get a touchdown, so hopefully we can get a touchdown of our own. Yep, they're going to get another touchdown, but then we get one. I hope we know that we're allowed to, not do just what they do. We're allowed to do other stuff. There we go. Finally have a lead. They have 1st and goal from the 5. We're going to watch anyways. Just because I feel like the last 2 games we haven't really watched a lot of gameplay. So I'm going to allow us to watch them score on us. They're going to run to the left. Hampton swallowed up. And there's an injury on the play. Is it Hampton? The camera's on Hampton. I think Hampton might be hurt. Hopefully he's all right. I had him on my fantasy team last year. Yeah, he looks hurt. Yeah, something's in pain there. I don't know why we're staying on him for so long. We should just get back to the gameplay. And am I seeing this right? The Chargers have 2 X-Factor tackles? Maybe that's why they're finally good. If man got some help. And he sacked Mason Graham, the Michigan product, sacks him to make it 3rd and goal from the 15. I don't know why I doubted my team that I have built over these last few years. We're going to win this game. We're going to hold them. We're going to win the game. We're gonna do everything. 3rd and goal from the 15. If man drops back, throws it across the middle, it's caught for the... No, it's not caught. I thought that was caught for the touchdown, but Lad McConkey gets the brains knocked out of him by whoever was sitting back there. They're obviously going to go for it. You do not want to only go for the field goal here. Go for it on 4th down. He's going to throw it. Intercepted! And the Cleveland Browns very well may be heading to the Super Bowl with that interception there. Hopefully we can just run the clock out. We shall see how it goes. And I don't even know what he was seeing there. He tried to hit McConkey, but Delpit was just right there. I don't even know what you're seeing there, Justin Herbert. Goodness. Now Dante Moore with, obviously, like I've said before, a very unfortunate number. But luckily he's wearing it and not the other one. Chargers have 3 turnovers today. We're just going to hand it off to Judkins, go down to the 2-minute warning. Only thing is we got to get a 1st down or 2. We got to get 1 or 2 first downs. They know we're going to be running the ball, but Judkins starts off with a good 3-yard Run. That's really all we need. Dang, oh, throws it across the middle to Boston. All right, they're going to call their first timeout. This is really where the game gets interesting. 3rd and 3. You're still up 4. So realistically, you punt it away to them, pin them at the 10 or 20. If man could drive down the field, if he had better receivers, if he had this, if he had that, he could drive down the field. But Denzel Boston's going to throw it across the middle. First down. That should do it. Quentin Johnston, the offseason pickup. That should very well do it. I think we're just going to have to run out the clock. They have 1 timeout to go, but then we can just run out the clock all we want. And I can't believe I'm even saying this. But the Cleveland Browns are going to the Super Bowl unless we pass the ball here for some reason. Why are we passing the ball? Why? I mean, I guess that doesn't matter now that they've wasted their timeouts, but why are we passing the ball here? Take a knee. Take a knee. Please take a knee. I would love for us to take a knee. I don't even know why we're in a set where we would be throwing the ball. I don't know what is happening. I mean, it's caught. Yes. And, yep. I may have to throw a presidential veto in here where I got to go in and just knee the ball down after this. All right. He's going to hand it off. There we go. First down. That's game. The next play should be the kneel down. But if it's not, I'm going to veto. I have to get out of here. I have to veto this because there we go. Whew. Had me there for a second, but your Cleveland Browns are heading to the Super Bowl before the Rams do after the Myles Garrett trade. In my universe where I'm the GM, we're going to the Super Bowl. One thing I wish for Madden 27, have the ceremony. The AFC Championship and the NFC Championship, get a ceremony. You should have it in this too. You should have the trophy there. You should have a player of the game. You should have all that. That's my personal opinion. Let's just go to the Super Bowl and see who we're playing. All right, we will be facing the New York Giants in Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl in 2028. And as you can see, as they're on the right of our screen there, Myles Garrett was named Defensive Player of the Year, but he's not playing in the Super Bowl. We are. Let's go get this dub. I will say, I do believe the Madden sim glazes the Giants, so if they blow us out, that is why. The Madden sim, for some reason, loves the New York Giants. They love Jackson Dart. They love Cam Scattaboo. They love it all. And right now, we are down, and we're going to come in and watch this 3rd and 8 as there's 5.5 minutes left. We're down 2. We're going to go an empty set, 3rd and 8. Obviously, we identified the mic there. They're only going to rush 3. Looks like they are. They're showing rushing 3, but they're rushing 4. Caught across the middle. Already 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to go. Judkins in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right. Harold Fannin to the left. Judkins goes in motion to the left, making an empty set. They're showing pressure. They don't send it. Throw up the middle is caught. Harold Fannin. What a throw by Moore there. He's kind of threading the needle, really, as they're going to come up to the line. Is that Quan Lacey in the backfield? I don't know if that's 30. I don't know if 33 is Lacey, but yeah, that is. He's going to throw it out, and it's caught. Denzel Boston touchdown. And for the first time tonight, the Cleveland Browns have taken a lead. All right, Jackson Dart, 2 timeouts left. They need a touchdown here. Let's see, throws it across the middle. Malik Neighbors catches it. They're going to cross midfield and call a timeout. That is not John Harbaugh, as we saw a glimpse of their coach there. Jackson Dart in a empty backfield. And he's probably going to throw it across the middle, and it's incomplete, 3rd and inches. What a great play by Delpit coming down and laying the hammer on their poor tight end. All right, 3rd and inches. You really can run it here, honestly. You have a timeout. There's a minute left. Motion Malik Neighbors to the right, and he's going to go back left. Screen pass to Neighbors. Dart looks frazzled. He's going to throw it to Scattaboo, who is incomplete. 4th and inches. The game could be decided on this next play. Very well decided. If they get a first down, they're in a good spot, but if they don't get it, they only got 1 timeout. This game's over. Jackson Dart motions their tight end out. Then he's going to come around in an orbit motion. Are they going to throw it? And they hand it off to Scattaboo, who is stuffed. Scattaboo is stuffed. They're Cleveland Browns. And Mason Graham makes the game-saving play. The Cleveland Browns are going to win their first Super Bowl in franchise history on the back of their stellar defense that doesn't have Myles Garrett. They have Jared Verse. This is it. Goodness. We did it quicker than I thought. And why are Cleveland players on the sideline? Did you guys see that? And with one knee, Dante Moore brings a championship to the city of Cleveland, Ohio. I have successfully rebuilt the Cleveland Browns post Myles Garrett trade. It took a lot less time than I thought it would, if I'm being honest. It took a lot less time than I thought it would. It's on our second playoff run, but I guess when you trade for the right guys, you pick up the right pieces in free agency. This is my first rebuild, guys. If I'm being real. This is my first rebuild on the channel. It went a lot better than I thought. Maybe my commentary isn't the best still, but hey, least I can rebuild a good team. At least I can rebuild a team fairly well. Kevin Stefanski, you're not even the coach, but I guess theoretically now you are, and you get to hoist the Lombardi. He actually is the Falcons coach, I believe, now. So maybe he'll host one up with them, with Tua Tagovailoa. That's a good throw right there. That's a textbook throw. And as you can see right there, the Super Bowl MVP, Dante Moore. And for the first time ever, the Cleveland Browns have won a Super Bowl. And they did it without Myles Garrett. And in the sim, they did it before the Rams got one. So I'm just saying, if you're looking for a GM NFL teams, give me a call. Thank you guys for watching the first video on the channel. I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys all next time. If you could subscribe, that'd be great. This is a brand new channel. Share the video, like the video, comment to boost it, follow me on my TikTok page. All of it. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.